They should come and tell us. We don't even want to go into Saddam Hussein. We want to stand with our Gaddafi here.
Yeah.
What did Gaddafi do?
Nothing.
The Americans wake up one day and the same statement they are giving us today, that they want to go to Burkina and go and save Burkina. They came to Libya. And when they went to Libya, today, if you compare Libya then to now, everybody can say their own stories.
Yes.
We are saying this. Enough is enough. Ibrahim Traore is just being an obedient son of the land. He understands the call of the ancestors and is actually listening to the call of the ancestors within him that they should rise up and save their land. Today, the West should be aware of themselves. This is not just a solidarity walk. This is an awakening call of Africa entirely to remember what we have been denied of for so long. The freedom that we deserve. What is it that is going on in Burkina today that is really pinching France today? That is really piercing the minds of the West today? Is it just about constructing roads? Is it just giving life to the people? Yeah. You told us that we should start building our own continent. And no time ago, Donald Trump, you told us that Africa is a shithole. Yeah. And if a shithole is now cleaning itself, are we calling you? I mean, we are not calling you people to come and help us clean our shithole. We are asking you to stay back and let us fix our own problems. Because we've caused it by allowing you people to always keep on doing what you do to us. Enough is enough. But like Nkrumah said, that they make us feel enemies of ourselves. They tell you that person is better than the other and that person is good than the other. They are using it to clump us together, then they hit among ourselves and we fight. And when we are fighting, they sneak through to come and do what they have to do. This is the time that nobody has to sit back and allow Western media to intimidate them, to wrongfully let them understand what we've been missing for too long. Because now, all these gadgets we are seeing here is actually sending the message. And you need nobody to tell you the truth. You just have to log it in and go and see for yourself. Read for yourself and you see the truth. If you can't even read, nothing. Just log in Ibrahim Traore. In the last 2 years, and you see the reason why Africa is where it is and why the West is coming back. We'll continue to rise and resist this. And I made this quote and I say this, that it's either they accept. It is either they accept the realities of the revolution now, of this generation, or else they wait for the consequence of this revolution. No retrieve, no surrender. Aluta continue.
If you hate a black man, hate his...
It's either you do or you die. Right, Marcus Garvey said, hands off our man. This is somebody who is moving the continent of Africa forward.
Yes, I'm here. I'm standing with Burkina Faso, Brother Traore, because the time is now. New movement is starting.
I'm supporting Ibrahim Traore.
Fight. Yeah, Burkina Faso.
To make sure that the assassination of Captain Traore doesn't happen like it did to Sankara, Gaddafi.
Here to represent a man like Ibrahim Traore, see?
Captain Traore is my president. I love him.
Solidarity now is change.
There's a man standing up for Africa. So if you can stand, we must stand.
I am here to support Ibrahim Traore from Burkina Faso.
I'm supporting Ibrahim Traore. I know African will be suffering for too long.
In support of Burkina Faso, Sahel state.
Here in support of not just Ibrahim Traore, but the people of Burkina Faso, the people of the Sahel state and African people.
This shows support for Ibrahim Traore. What he's achieved in so little time.
Artist Mr. Conroy Green, I want to look on this here, look on this picture of Ibrahim Traore. We have to really
support this movement, to support this leader.
I am standing, as we're all standing today, for Africa and for our beautiful, beautiful, brave captain.
And I came here to support my Burkinabe
brothers.
It's all about the struggle. We've been waiting a long time, many years, for someone like this brother to come along.
And I follow the movement of Muammar Gaddafi, and I say Africans are for Africa and strong. Let them know no more. They're not killing any more of our leaders.
Many African leaders just wish to be on the power for the rest of their life, because why they are not even bothering on what is happening in Africa. That's why they are not even ready to fight against their opponents or the former colonizers. All they are doing is to receive all that small thing that they are being offered, so as to sell out their identities, to sell out their countries, to sell out, and they are ready to give out everything that they have, the countries, just to make them comfort, just to enrich themselves. But what's really happening to the globe, they seems like they don't know what's happening, yet they know where the problem is. So the king and the lion of Africa, when I see Ibrahim Traore is speaking, then I feel like, of course, this is the guy. You know, it is not that Ibrahim Traore has to be your leader or your president so that you have to speak out anything about him. Ibrahim Traore is the only leader who is being celebrated across the globe. Either you like it or not, you have to speak about Ibrahim Traore. People are speaking about Ibrahim Traore, whether you will speak about him negatively or positively. At the end of the day, you find yourself speaking about Ibrahim Traore because of what he is trying to do, because of what he's doing. This is the best thing that we have to speak about it. I came about one of my comment section where there is a guy who asked me, why do we like speaking and praising Ibrahim Traore each and every day? And I was like, wow. What's this guy? What is he saying? In fact, what are you saying? Of course, if you ask me this question, of already you have speak about him, you followed up, you watched his video, and at the end of it, you asked me why I have to speak about Ibrahim Traore each and every day. Because if you could have not following up what Ibrahim Traore is doing or what is happening towards Ibrahim Traore, then you could have not even know if I'm speaking about him each and every day. I don't speak about Ibrahim Traore, but I speak about the best leadership that is being offered about Ibrahim Traore. This guy is the only only person that each and every citizen feels like he could have been his leader. This is the only person that is making some people even to immigrate from America, from Russia, from China, the African Americans to relocate back to Africa. This is the one who has directed the youth of Africa to fight for their rights, to stand for their freedom, to reclaim all that has been taken away from them. This is the only guy who has tried to show Africans that you can make it, you can achieve by independence. You don't have to wait for some people to come and make you live, but you can live by yourself. You can fight for yourself. You can stand by yourself. This is the only guy who is giving America and Europe the sleepless night, because at this time, if you can remember General Langley, who was sent by America to come and deal with Ibrahim Traore, the AFRICOM commander, the former AFRICOM commander, where is he today? He is no longer there. He was fired because of Ibrahim Traore, the captain of Burkina Faso. This is the only guy who has made the Burkina Faso to be known globally. Many people never knew about Burkina Faso. I include. I never know anything about Burkina Faso. I only know a few just because of Thomas Sankara. But Thomas Sankara is no longer. So what made Burkina Faso to be known and to be a topic across the internet is because of Ibrahim Traore. Ibrahim Traore is the reason as to why today African leaders are trembling. They don't have peace because they are watching what is happening across the globe. They are seeing what is happening in Africa. Everyone is praising Ibrahim Traore. When you go in some countries, you find that most of the public figures, public transports like these vehicles, the public offices, everywhere in public spaces, they are painted the picture of Captain Ibrahim Traore. Why? It is very hard and rare to see the citizens painting or smashing the pictures of our foreign leaders despite their leader. This means and brings the best picture and the best example that what this guy is doing is the great. What this guy is doing is something that has never been experienced. We had a lot from Thomas Sankara, but most of us, this generation, we never experienced the leadership of Thomas Sankara, but it's something that we have been learning and reading from the books, listening stories. But at least most of us never experienced the leadership of Patrice Lumumba. Most of us never experienced the leadership of Muammar Gaddafi. But all that those people try to do in Africa, the same is being done by Ibrahim Traore. So we are being privileged. At least we have something to speak about. At least you have something to speak about when we have the real testimony than all that we have been talking about just from the research. So Ibrahim Traore has the best reason and has all the reasons to speak about him. If you don't speak about Ibrahim Traore, either positive or negative, then you have a problem. Then you have to ask yourself, where are you going wrong? Where are you going wrong against the Africans? When African Americans, when the African diaspora speak about Africa, they're speaking about Ibrahim Traore. When in Africa, this guy has put Africa in a light, in a very, very a bright light, because Africa today, when you go to Africa today is being respected. Africa today is being feared. At this time, the Western is losing much from Africa. All that they have been getting from the West Africa, they are no longer getting it. All the countries and the countries that states that they have been dominating for a very long time, they are not more dominating it because of Ibrahim Traore. He is the one who started advocating this agenda of unity. Long years ago, after this issue was preached by those for ancient leaders like Thomas Sankara, those Lumumba, Muammar Gaddafi. This is the only guy who has come and start speaking about unity of Africa. And as you know, once you are you are an African leader and you start speaking anything concerning the unity of Africa, then you will become a threat. You will not survive. And they managed to assassinate and to destroy all that African leaders of those days just because Africa was asleep, just because they never had supporters, they never had numbers. But at this time, you have seen what happened. The Africans around the world, they demonstrated during the execution days of Ibrahim Traore. When Ibrahim Traore was being hunted day and night, Africa stood up. Even those people who are not African, the foreign countries, they stood up in demonstration and demand of free of Ibrahim Traore in Burkina Faso. Why are people so supporting this guy? They are not just supporting Ibrahim Traore as the guy, as the leader or the president, but they are supporting the new rising leader, the new rising Africa. This is the Lion of Africa. We have to agree about this. This is the only guy even African leaders don't speak about him because they fear him. There's no any other leader that can come out today and start speaking negatively against our former colonizers. They fear because they depend everything to get from them. For their countries to move on, they have to depend on their loans. They have to depend on their foreign aids. They have to depend from everything that these people. Since this guy started to make new friends of Africa, he started to associate with Russia, China. So this brings a lot of tension towards the foreign countries, the European powers, because they are all, when you take these countries like Russia, China, America, France, they are all competing on who to control Africa, on who to dominate Africa, because it is said that when you want to control the world, when you want to be the superpower, then you have to control the resources of the world. Where are the resources of the world? All the resources of the world is in Africa. Africa is the one sitting on the top of all minerals, all type of resources. So Africa is the battleground for them. We are the competing battlefield for them. So they have to fight, and whoever wins the war to control the Africa, to capture the Africa, then it automatically means that he become the superpower. That's why when Africa go against our former colonizer and start making new friends, then we became a threat. Then it becomes a problem. So it means that they will have to fight for themselves before they come to Africa. They have to fight themselves. China have to fight with America. Russia have to fight with America. For them to make the good dominance in Africa, they have to fight themselves until they find the winner. And at this time, during their fight, we as Africans, we don't have to wait until they win their war. When they are busy fighting for themselves on who to dominate Africa, then we have to fight ourselves. We have to make Africa strong. We have to make Africa great. We have to make Africa unity. When they come to Africa, they find a stronger Africa. They find a united Africa. They will have no place to access. They will have to come and find no place, no space to enter. So this automatically means that they will have no opportunity or chance to enter Africa. But Africa will be the one controlling and making the final decision towards their resources. We have to fight about this issue. What is border? That when an African want to move from country to another country, it becomes a problem. It's like brushing the teeth of a crocodile. It has become a big deal. Yet we are just a one state. We have to make a one country, the one currency. When Africa unites, once Pierre Lumumba said that when Africa unites and maintain its unity, its military, its currency, then it can collapse the dollar. It is being very hard to maintain this issue of unity because we are still depending on the dollar. We are still depending on the euro. Those people, they manage to control Africa because they organize themselves. When you go to Europe, they have their euro. When you go to America, they have their dollar. So we are not just talking about Ibrahim Traore for nothing. But when you sit down and start, when you don't know why people are speaking about Ibrahim Traore, then you have to go deep. Try to find out the speeches of Ibrahim Traore. Listen to it. And you will know and will realize why people are speaking about this guy. You will know and will come to hear why people are following up and why people are supporting Ibrahim Traore. Burkina Faso is a very small country, the country that has never even known on the map, the country that has been known as a poorest country. But at this time, I have seen the other day, Yoweri Museveni of Uganda has come to criticize those people who are not supporting Ibrahim Traore, as he said that this selfishness is very bad, but sometimes it's very good, because it makes some people to wake up. And he criticized a lot of the rest of African leaders for just sleeping and waiting for one leader to come and help them, stand for them. It is very shameful. So all that is happening in Africa, all the immigration that we have seen, black Americans coming here in Africa, coming back to their motherland, it is because of Ibrahim Traore. It is because of Captain Ibrahim Traore. He told them, come back home, feel comfortable, feel free. This is your place. That's why we are speaking, preaching about the Ibrahim Traore, because he showed us this is the way. He showed us this is the way. This is the way we go. This is the way to go. So for that guy who asked me why we are speaking about Ibrahim Traore each and every day, I've explained to you a lot. I hope you understand. We love Ibrahim Traore. This is the guy, this is the leader and the king of Africa. And we as Africans, we have to support him. We have to support and stand for him. We have to crumble everything that comes against him, because this is the new hope of Africa. This is the only hope that Africans have today. And if you don't maintain this, then it means that Africa will suffer forever and ever. This is Kenyan Aspero. Just tell me to have the comment section. If this is the first time you have visited this channel, kindly subscribe the channel, turn on notification button. We are not just building the YouTube channel, but we are building the stronger the African or the black community, because we need the best of Africa. And I am here to bring you more, to give you more of African issues. Whatever it arises, I'm here to pop it in so that you can get it easily and you know what is happening in Africa. For all that are supporting Ibrahim Traore, whether you are in Africa or in diaspora, everywhere you are, just don't stop. Please, kindly don't stop. Don't stop until we achieve our dream, until we achieve our agenda. We are here to walk on the same level, on the one path. We are here to fight for our freedom. This is Africa. Al-Keblan, the source of mankind. Stay tuned at the next episode.